Welcome back to another episode of Ivy League Addict. I'm just back down here to the Old Spaniard camp, looking at the symbols, looking for more stuff. I'm not finding anything more, but you can kind of see the symbols a little bit better today. So there's a couple here I wanted to show you and maybe see if anybody got any thoughts on what they all mean and see if we can't crack this code on this. Anyways, let's go. So you can see this. I don't know, it looks like a snake to me. You can see it really good today. That's about the best I've been able to see it. So I wanted to show y'all. And then we got this diamond underground. I don't know, and then you got this crack that runs down here. And in here, you can't see them very well, but there's 3 crosses right in here. So anyways, got a little hole there and then the hole in there. Got the woman's torso again. Just kind of revisiting everything with y'all and let you see it. Got some stuff here. Another cross. A cross. That one looks more recent. I don't know that that was from them. Could have been cowboys or somebody. Got the cross here. And then down in here, we got these lines with like that in them. Not really sure what that means, but anyways, we're just here. We're just exploring. I wanted to bring y'all along. Finally got some good weather. I tried to get out yesterday and went up north a little ways, and it was so muddy. I got covered in mud and couldn't get to where I was trying to get to, so I'm going to revisit that. It's a cool place. I want to show you guys down here. I believe it's an Old Spaniard camp from what I've been studying on it. But anyways, we're just gonna take off from behind here and just go explore these washes and all the crevices and see if we can't turn up some more signs or just anything cool. So here we go. Got another cross right here in this rock. And right over there is where all that other stuff is. You can drive right to this spot. I just found it by chance. And then I'll take you up in here and show you too. There's a cross up on there, and then there's some stuff inside that little cubby I've showed before, but I'm going to show it again. Just kind of show you everything that I found here, and then we'll go from there. Here's that other cross, and you come up in here and there's a little hole back in there, and then that other cross is right there. Then you got the other stuff that's just right there. So I don't know, this kind of forms a triangle itself, whether it means anything or not. These crosses, I mean, there isn't 3 crosses underneath that other symbol, but anyways, I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions on what you might think it is, if you know anything, or just maybe take a guess, see if we can't find some stuff that actually makes sense. So now we're back up in that little cut that's right here by it all too. We've got the 2 spirals here. Them look super old. Them are probably Native American. And you got the initials JR and some kind of symbol there. And we got another spiral right here. And then back in here somewhere, we got that symbol. Not really sure what it is. Can't really tell. But anyways, and then if we come through here, you come up in here, you got that spiral there. And then right here, there's another cross. I'm not sure if that one's been put there by somebody that's just been in here, or if it was left from them. Kind of looks more recent, but I don't know. Anyways, that's everything we found in this little area. And so now I'm just gonna take off and go up through. There's so much rock and stuff here. Just gonna see if I can't find anything else that piques my interest. So hopefully I'm back soon. got some kind of symbol right here, and Mario with something right there. That's super old, so I know that ain't from recent times, but we're right by that Spaniard camp, so it's all just right over in that other side of that hill. So anyways, we've just been going. I've seen some stuff that's piqued my interest, but nothing too spectacular. But me and Spice just found this little mine shaft or whatever it is. You can see it's been burnt and dug out. It goes back there, I don't know, about 10 feet, and then it's filled with dirt, whether it keeps going or not, and it's just filled in, I don't know. But we're just kind of taking a break and checking this out. And so now I'm gonna look around right here for any symboling or anything and see if we can't find something to go off of or just whatever. So anyways, just wanted to show you this pretty cool little mine shaft I just found. Well, here we are. We're just sitting at this Indian ruin. I've sat here a few times and done videos, and I just like this spot. I feel a lot of calm and just peace when I sit here. I've been sitting here, I don't know, about 10 minutes just kind of thinking, and just wanted to get on here and talk and just kind of express what I'm going through right now. So just the other day, probably about a week ago or so, I can't remember the exact date, but I saw an obituary for my ex-wife's grandpa. He passed away. He's about 91 or 92 just the other day, and I haven't seen him since we divorced, and that was back in like 2002. She was my first wife, kind of high school, not high school, just out of high school sweetheart. We were together for quite a while, and you know, I was an addict when I was with her, and she knew it, and you know, she knew I did pills and stuff like that, and that was kind of normal where I grew up. But she didn't know what addiction was until we lived together, and we got married on May 21st, and I think by July she'd realized how bad addiction was once she lived with me. We had our own house, we'd bought it, and was doing really well, sort of. But yeah, she realized what an addict truly was once she lived with me, and within a month of being with her, I was in detox up in Salt Lake at the LDS hospital. And then shortly after that, I did the wilderness program, Anasazi. It's out of Phoenix or Scottsdale or somewhere down in that area. I spent half the time in Idaho, half the time there. And I got out and went right into it, back into addiction, really. I started selling pills within a couple days of being out. And the next month when I got my prescription, because I got prescribed OxyContin 40s, the next time I kept 4, and then just all spiraled out of control from there. And then we divorced, and I mean, it was within like 6 months of being married. And that's actually one of my suicide attempts, is after we split up and she divorced me. And she was a smart woman for doing that, and I don't blame her one bit. She was really smart to get away from me, and she's had a really good life, and she's an amazing woman. And anyways, it's just kind of really been bringing back a lot of memories and causing me to really search within, and just kind of look at life and who I was. And that's who I was in that time, and I'm not that person no more. So it don't affect me to a point where I get down and shameful and stuff. But I've done a lot of things in my life that I truly regret, and I just wish that you know, I would have knew that first time that I did a pill that where it would have took me, because I would have never took that pill. I've always been a pretty safe person, though my actions wouldn't prove it through addiction. You know, I've died 3 times. I've overdosed 7 to 10, and attempted suicide twice, and they were serious attempts, and it's a miracle I'm still alive. But it's just pretty amazing to me when I think back and look at it. Like, I won't get on a dirt bike and go be crazy. I'm pretty cautious about what I do. I don't put I put myself in sticky situations, but it's more of a thought process of where I think of the risk and reward. And you know, I wasn't even myself when I was in that addiction, and I totally lost who I was as a person and what I valued and who I was. And it's just been really causing me to reflect back on my life with her grandfather passing away. And I just, I have regrets, but at the same time, I wouldn't have my daughter, Araya. I wouldn't have my son, Mac, if me and her would have worked out. So in a way, it was a blessing in disguise, even though the pain and the misery that come along with addiction and the things I put my kids through, and my son losing his mother to suicide when he was 1 year old, and just having to live with that for the rest of his life. It's not a good thing, but I guess if I can look at the positive in it, it showed me who I was, and it gave me the blessings of my kids. And if I wouldn't have ever divorced her, or she wouldn't have divorced me, she divorced me. But anyway, so when we divorced, that's one of my suicide attempts. That's when I went into the coma, and I don't even know how long I was in a coma for. I took like 80 methadone and like 30 Xanax, and a true attempt to die. And I called her and left her a message letting her know not to blame herself, and that it was my choice and to go on and live her life. And that's just who I kind of was back then. Is I had a really low sense of self-worth, and so when somebody didn't want to be with me, I always took it so personal, and I thought that I needed to die, that I wasn't worthy of love or any of that, and which isn't the case, but that's just how I felt in that time. And so I've attempted suicide a couple times in the moments, and I was suicidal for like 10 years from 2012 to 2021, and I wanted to die every day. And my daughter was a blessing in my life when she came after my wife died, and gave me a reason to live. Not that my son wasn't a reason to live. I love my son, but I carried a lot of shame and regret from him losing his mother, and I put a lot of that blame on myself. And so I had a hard time being around him. It had nothing to do with not loving him. It was just the way it made me feel. And I love my son, I love my daughter, and she's finally kind of coming back into my life a little more and more every day, and that's a really good thing. And I can't wait to be able to bring her out here and show her this stuff and do a video with her. And God willing, in time, her mother will allow that, and I'll get to come out here and explore with my daughter like we used to before I went back into addiction. And I just miss all those things. I miss taking her out into the woods. She loved coming out in the woods with me and just exploring and running around the rock when she was little, and she don't remember a whole lot of it now that we're talking again and getting to know her again. She just don't remember those days, but I remember them, and I replay them in my head all the time. And she's in some of my old videos. I did the shedding life. It's called Shedding Life. That's my old page. I went shed hunting a lot, and there's some videos of me and her together out exploring, and I just want that to happen again in this way now that I'm a different person, and just want to have her here with me. But anyways, that's just kind of what I'm going through right now. Like I said, baseball season starting. We got practice again tonight here in about an hour, and it's been muddy and wet and snowing. Finally getting some sun, and we're able to get out, and so here I am out again, and still kind of off. I don't do well when I'm cooped up in a house. I gotta move, and but we're getting there. And I just got that baseball practice. We had the Super Bowl this weekend. I didn't watch it. I don't watch football. I used to love football, but it's just not the same anymore. I feel like there's too much money involved. There's too much greed. It's just kind of a show anymore. And I don't judge anybody if you enjoy watching and all that, but I just don't conform to the things of this world, what normal people like to do. And it's like, oh, it's the Super Bowl, I'm gonna go watch the Super Bowl because everybody else is. I don't do them things anymore, and I would rather just spend quality time with my friends, and that's what I ended up doing. Spent the night with some of my friends, and we did catch the end of the game. I didn't really watch it, I just kind of did because it was on. We just kind of hung out and just had a good time, and I would way rather do that than watch some other people make millions and just put on some show for all of us to be entertained and really just check out from the world. basically I feel like if I sit down and watch a football game for 3 hours, I just wasted 3 hours of my life watching somebody else live their dreams. And I would just rather go out and live my dreams than watch other people live their dreams and be successful at it while I sit in misery. So like I said, it's just personal beliefs, and I just don't care to anymore. I used to love football, but it's just not the same as it was when I grew up. Too many rules, just too big of a show. But anyways, feels good to be back out. We're back out here at this Indian camp, or this Spaniard camp / Indian camp. I'm in these old ruins, found some chippings and stuff like that, and just kind of took off and went for a hike and just cleared my head. And I found that one little mine. That was a new mine I found close by to this camp. Not super close, but within walking distance. And I found an old trail that I didn't put on the video that I was following. Looks like it to be pretty old. Kind of follows the cliff line, so kind of gets me wondering if it's the Spaniards when they come through here, if they were bringing mules and pack trains up through them trails. I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate and say one way or the other, but I do know what I found down here is Spaniard, though there is Native American stuff too. So, which is very normal. There's a reason why they camped here, the natives before the Spaniards, and there's a reason why the Spaniards picked the same place. Whether there was water at that time and just good shelter, I don't know, but they seem to have occupied the same areas, and all these trails that the Spaniards used were used by the natives at one time, and they were their scouts, so it makes sense that they had both been there at the same time. And then cowboys later when they were out here, and just a pretty cool thing. Like I said, I've got a new spot I'm going to, and I'm hoping I can get up there this weekend. And it's just a super cool spot, and I want to bring you all along. So watch for that video, and hopefully, God willing, I'm out back here tomorrow. But I just kind of just go with the day, and whatever happens, happens. So anyways, I love y'all, and I thank y'all for your support, and the comments, just they make my day. Y'all are so supportive of my journey, and you give me strength to continue. So please comment, share, subscribe, like, do all them things that helps my channel to grow. And not that I really care if it grows, but if you all feel like I got something that can help other people in a dark place, and my story can give inspiration, then share away, and let's just build this all together, because I can't do it on my own, though I wish I could. So I just need all y'all's help, and I love you all. And I think it's Valentine's Day. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not kind of this world anymore, so I feel like love should be expressed every day, not just one specific day out of the year. So I don't really follow that, because I choose to spread love every single day. And I think that's what life's about, and it can't be just confined to one day. We're kind of put in a box that we're expected to go out to dinner with our wives or our girlfriends or our significant other on a certain day. And I mean, if that's for you, then do it, but it's not for me. I would rather express that every single day. And anyways, I love y'all. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.